What's cracking, y'all? We back. Another video. Today we're going to be reacting to LeBron James versus Michael Jordan Cancel Court Part 2. Alright? Part 1 had some interesting comments. By interesting, I mean this Joseph Judah guy. Who definitely... Well, before I talk about Joseph Judah, because he can wait a second. I want to give a shout out to Darrell Jackson. Because unlike Joseph Judah, me and him had a back and forth. I disagreed with him, but we were able to have a back and forth debate in the comment section and was very respectful. I want to give another shout out to Ziggy Man, Ball Man, but most importantly, King KB7. Anyone who comments us on my channel, anyone who sits there and supports it, I respect y'all. No, no shit, like for real though. In other talks, Joseph Judah wants to debate me. I find it kind of funny because I don't think he can substantiate his claims. Like with Darrell Jackson, I feel like there would actually be a good substantiated debate. Like I feel like this would be a fun back and forth. With Joseph Judah, I feel like it's just gonna be a shit show. I know y'all would probably enjoy it for content, but basically, I don't think there's gonna be much coming from it. But I'm definitely down to debate him. His grammar is not the best. Every time I made an argument, he just literally went and pivot and pivot and pivot. The man pivots so good, he might as well be in the damn NBA. But yeah, like his his grammar is not the best. But we'll go ahead and give him a shot. If he wants to debate, he can debate. I made a Discord server. Just so you guys know, if you're new to this channel, I talk about basketball, I talk about drama, I react to random TikToks, I react to basketball shit, you know. That's just what I do. If you have something that you find interesting, you think I can react to, go ahead and shoot me a comment. The worst thing I can do is say no. I've done it before where I've reacted. The whole reason I'm on this cancel court shit is because I've reacted to someone's comment who wanted me to look at it. But now, here's my Discord channel for y'all want to join. This is the code right here. And for Joseph Judah, these are the times that I'm free to debate in the next week. This Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time. Sunday, 9 p.m. to 10:30 Central Time. 6 p.m. to 7:30 on Monday Central Time. Or 6 p.m. Yeah, to 7:30. And then Tuesday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Central Time. All Central Time. If you're not sure what time is Central Time, go on Google. It'll tell you. And for everyone else, this is the Discord code. Go ahead and pause the video, type it in, join the Discord. Would love y'all to join. I appreciate all of the respect and the love for the channel for sure. Like I said, I talk about drama. I talk about basketball. This is my shit. Okay. Let's go ahead and start the reaction to part 2. And let's go ahead and put it at 1.25. Okay. Let's get this shit rolling.
Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the trial of Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, Part 2.
Jordan fans, you can change. You have to accept that sometimes a nigga is a loser.
And now, let's go to the courtroom. In this corner, ready to piss off more Jordan fans. Please welcome Ryan Davis. In this corner, avenging all Negroes everywhere. Please welcome back Mr. Tony Baker. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. There has been controversy surrounding the trial of Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate. Fans demanded a new trial along with new evidence that was recently submitted to the court. We found grounds to grant a new trial. So we're here today to determine who is the true GOAT. Is it MJ? Or is it LeBron, once and for all? We have veteran lawyer Mr. Ryan Davis representing LeBron James. Mr. Davis, I noticed something looks a little different. Your thread count has shrank down a little bit.
Yeah, a little
like
bit,
you lost
man.
a few calories.
Just a tad bit. You know what's funny? I used to think these seats were small, and now I know it was me. Yeah, it was 100% me.
Well, that's good.
I'm trying to lose weight myself, y'all. By the way, I've been going to the gym. I've been sticking to a diet. I've been drinking Pepsi Zero. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna let y'all know my weight loss journey and shit like that. But I'm happy he lost some weight. You know, I know this video may be a little old, 9 months, so All right, good shit. I
Is
respect
that jacket they were talking about?
Oh, yeah, the one that they said that he couldn't button.
Yeah.
Now.
Back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot. They all on it.
And they were like, you want a jacket that fit? Nope.
Well, congratulations on your progress.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure the fans will have plenty to say in the comments.
Oh, they will.
Always do. Thanks for being here, sir. We have lawyer Mr. Tony Baker back representing Michael Jordan. Welcome back, Mr. Baker.
Thanks for having me back.
Seems that last time you were here, your case was a little rough in the comments by the fans. What do you have to say to them today?
I got new glasses.
Thanks for being back, Mr. Baker. Thank you. Both sides will have 2 minutes of opening statements. Then you'll present factual evidence to the jury. We will end with 2 minutes of closing arguments. Once all evidence is presented, the jury of peers without bias will determine the fate of which player is truly the GOAT. Is it MJ or is it LeBron? With a clear and decisive decision. Are we clear?
Clear.
Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, part 2. Mr. Davis, please begin with your opening statement.
Oh, man. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for noticing that I've unbigged my back. Here we are again. I shouldn't even be here. I've already proved that LeBron is better than Jordan. But why are we here? Because niggas cannot accept when Jordan's a loser.
God.
They never can. It's like it never happens. After I beat you today, you will know what it's like to be swept just like that nigga in the first round, back-to-back years, in the 80s. That young, like Jordan, listen, I've changed. As you can see, I fit this jacket differently, which shows you that people are capable of changing. Jordan fans, you can change. Shit happens, and now things are different. Jordan was the greatest. He was for a very long time. He's not anymore. You have to accept that sometimes a nigga is a loser. They find a reason to say he won in every scenario. For those who don't know, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I am a Charlotte Hornets fan. You know who the owner of the Hornets is?
Michael Jordan?
Yes, the worst owner in the history of basketball.
Okay, objectively speaking, Michael Jordan is a pretty shitty owner. Like, we have to be honest with that. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not sure why he would bring this as far as, like, who's better on the court, Jordan or LeBron. Because even as a LeBron fan, and I'll admit my bias, I've shown this before, but I'll show it again. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at it. You want to know something crazy about that? My wife made that. Like, that's not bought. My wife made that. Like, she sat down, printed shit out, got out the glue, all types of shit. Like, she made that. I think a couple of those was painted. I'm being dead ass. Yeah, she made that shit. But, yeah, I will sit here and say that I am definitely biased, for sure, on LeBron's side. I'm not going to act like I ain't. But I will be unbiased with this opinion. Like, I don't see why bringing up Jordan as a shit owner matters. Like, I get it. Jordan had a top 10 pick consistently for years and consistently miss. Like, I get it. You're not going to hit every single time, but damn, my guy. Every year, damn near, top 10 pick and you can't hit? That's crazy. Considering there's been a few good drafts for fucking sure, and you just missed. So, yeah, he is a bad owner, but I'm not sure why bringing this into debate matters too much. But we'll continue.
This nigga has never drafted anybody who's been all NBA, and he's had the top 10 pick every year. You know how bad you gotta be to miss every fucking year? Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Do anybody even know who that nigga is? But then he decides to sell the team. And all the Jordan fans, look at the flip. This nigga bought it for $200 million, sold it for $3 billion. Y'all giving him credit for that? Do you not understand how this works? He bought a team that was with the NBA. The NBA went up, so the stock of the team goes up. That's like a nigga buying a house, wearing it down, and then Disney decides to build a theme park across the street, and then now the value goes up. He'd be like, that nigga is the best at real estate. Got nothing to do with the value. You know why the NBA is more valuable now? LeBron James. That's the reason why it's more valuable. And instead of just harping on how much better LeBron is than Jordan, Today, I'm going to give y'all clear and concise reasons why you should look at that bald nigga differently. That, yes, he won a life, but it had more to do with the situation he was in than him as an individual. And
you want to hear something fucking crazy about the situation he was in? I want you guys to really think for a second. Phil Jackson, right? You're probably thinking, one of the best coaches of all time. I just thought about that as he said it. This Joseph Judah dude that wants to debate me, you want to see the wild fucking shit this guy said? So we were going back and forth in the comments, right? Do you want to see what he said about Phil Jackson? Hold on. Where you at, buddy? Where you at, buddy? First of all, this comment's good. Just go live and let's cook. I bet you won't. Jesus Christ. Oh, first of all, I hope, here it is. He said that Phil Jackson coached in Puerto Rico. And he brought it up as a dig. Like, oh, Phil Jackson, he coached in Puerto Rico before he wasn't even a coach. Like, Pat Riley wasn't a broadcaster before he became an assistant coach of the Lakers. And not just that. What the fuck does that matter? I don't understand why that matters. Dennis Rodman was sweeping an airport. He was sweeping an airport. How old was Dennis Rodman when he got into the league? I'm not making this shit up. Dennis Rodman. Sweep airport. Dennis Rodman worked at a janitor at an airport when he was 19 years old. Like, Rodman at 19 was a janitor. So it's just, oh, I just exit out of the video. I'm a stupid poo-poo head. Give me a second. I'm a dumbass. Give me a second. I'll go back to the video. But, oh, no. No. Wrong shit again. There we go.
and then after...
There we go. We're back. I was looking at Homeboy's channel, Joseph Judah's channel. I clicked on his playlist. He seems like an older dude, for sure. He's definitely an older dude. But for an older dude, it's kind of wild to have the take of, well, Phil Jackson coached in Puerto Rico. First of all, at least Phil Jackson coached. Pat Riley was a broadcaster. But again, I'm not taking away from Pat Riley. It's just like, holy fuck. This guy's literally trying to shit on Phil Jackson. I'm being dead serious. He's trying to act like Phil Jackson is just not... I don't want you guys to feel like I'm... I mean, y'all can go to the comments, but I don't want you to feel like I'm capping y'all. Like, I'm being dead serious. Because y'all probably... I would think I'm lying. Like, there's no way that nigga said that. He did. Where is it? God, we went back and forth for a minute. Yeah, here it is. You also realize Phil Jackson was in Puerto Rico before joining the Bulls. Shaq wasn't a Finals MVP like Wade. So you tried to bring up like Shaq wasn't a Finals MVP. I don't want to harp on this too much. I'm going to get stun locked. I don't want to yap to y'all too much. But listen. First of all, Dennis Rodman, amazing fucking player. He was a fucking janitor. Pat Riley, amazing fucking coach. He was a fucking broadcaster. Phil Jackson, at least he was a coach. Even if it was in Puerto Rico. Alright? And not just that. The whole that, oh, well, Shaq wasn't even a Finals MVP when him and Kobe were together. Do you know when Kobe won a championship? 2000. Do you know when Shaq was a Finals MVP? 2000! He was literally a Finals MVP, the first championship he fucking won! So it's just, I'm sorry. I don't want to get stun locked too much. This Joseph Judah guy is just so fucking, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Back to the Jordan and LeBron debate. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, he was in a very good situation. If anyone with a brain said, like, they will agree with that. No one's going to disagree with that. Joseph Judah's probably the only fucking guy on the planet that will sit here with a straight face and tell you Phil Jackson was a nothing coach. Okay? So yeah, Jordan did have a very good situation.
After that, all the Jordan fans going to be like, Tony lost, but Jordan's still better. So I need all the LeBron people in the world to know after this, stop arguing with them niggas. Stop arguing with them niggas. They are never going to root against their father. That's all I have, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Is it on 1.25? It is not. Let's fix that. One. And secondly, he's right. When it comes to like debating LeBron and Jordan, like at least I have the guts to sit here and tell you, like I still have Jordan 2. I just have LeBron 1. But this is how Jordan fans are. I have Jordan 1 and LeBron 2. It's like, oh, okay, that's fair. No, you're not hearing me. I have him 2. Like, yeah, number 2. No, number 102. Like, 102nd. You're really gonna sit here with a straight face and name 100 players better than LeBron? Yes. Like, they will sit there and say that. This guy literally told me, like, LeBron's not even top 10. Like, he says that. So, the Joseph Judah guy that me and him went back and forth in the comments, like, I'm telling you, there are people like this exist. So, yeah, I get what he's saying. If the debate I have with this guy ends up being a shit fest, at least it'll be good for content. But at the end of the day, I don't know if it's actually going to be substantial whatsoever. It doesn't feel like it's going to be. Because if you can't even admit, like, basic facts of reality, nothing is going to go nowhere.
Mr. Baker, please begin with your opening statement, sir.
I've been waiting for this. Ryan slimmed down. He think he running shit around here.
See, goes to show it was diet. I never run.
I never
the blazer button up when he finished. I lost last time. I didn't have enough evidence. And Ryan Davis is a great attorney. Tremendous, in fact. Matter of fact, if I get brought up on charges, I'm hitting this nigga. And they got you, boy, man. Did the right. Be my attorney. We all know Michael Jordan is a piece of shit in many areas. When you said he's our father, I took offense. Because my father's a good man. I don't know if Jordan is good or not. His eyes are red all the time. And you're right. He's a horrible team owner. Trash, if you will. I could care less about the Charlotte Hornets, along with the rest of the country and the world. Nobody cares about the Hornets. We probably ain't cared since Larry Johnson was there. It's probably the last time we was like, man, the Hornets. Grandma. And yes, you brought up the sweep early. You got swept in the 80s? Mm-hmm. It's a long ass time ago. 2 sweeps in Jordan's whole career. LeBron, how many he got? 4? He got a fresh sweep, too. He still got green bristles in his teeth right now. Fresh bristles. Fresh. But the thing about Jordan is this, man. He retired 20 years ago. We still talking about him. Still. And everybody that's on LeBron's nutsack is younger. They weren't really fully functioning in the Jordan era. They were young. They've been seeing clips. He was on their uncle's laps. They weren't really fully taking in the era that was Jordan.
I don't like this argument. He's doing way better than he was in the first one, for sure. He's coming out with substantial arguments and actually attacking, for sure. The sweeps were not good. Even I'm not going to sit here and say that they were. The Lakers and Nuggets series, I will tell you that Darvin Ham is a piece of shit. He sucked. I will sit here and tell you that D'Lo made me want to put I don't even know what I can say. The point is, he made me want to blow my brains out several times. And Anthony Davis, holy fuck. One night, he's literally the MVP of the league. The other night, he's maybe the 6th man. It's like, ugh. Anyway, he is bringing up substantial points, and I respect what he's saying. The only thing I don't like is the whole, like, well, you guys were young, so you don't understand. Like, you guys weren't there, you didn't see it. It's like, bro, you're acting like we don't have YouTube. Like, you're acting like I can't go on YouTube right now and look at entire games. Like, I can watch the entire 90s series, the entire 80s. I can watch it and sit there and watch it. I have watched, okay? I have watched the Bulls play. I have watched on YouTube. Because, yeah, it's not that hard to look up. It's not that hard to look into. You know, I have watched that Jazz series. I have watched the Seattle Supersonics series. I've watched it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I wasn't alive or that I wasn't there to, like, cherish it. If anything, you're just telling me you're holding a bias. Like, you're not, this is not, in my opinion, this is not an argument in his favor. Because all you're telling me is that you're holding a bias to what you know. Because you're telling me, oh, if you lived through it, you'd agree with me. It's like, okay, so you're telling me that I would have to live through it in order to agree with you. Even though I haven't lived through it, so I didn't live through the hype, but I'm able to sit there and actually look at the footage unbiasedly and come to a different opinion as you. Wouldn't you feel that the hype that was so hyped up back in the day was just, you know, a thing of the times? Like, that's what was going on, and I respect it. But now that we live in this time and we can actually look at the footage, we can actually look at the numbers, I'm not sure if we can have that same opinion. You know what I mean? So I think this opinion kind of hurts him a little bit, this argument, because, oh, you would agree with me if you were there. You would agree with me if you grew up in this time. It's like, oh, okay. So you're quite literally telling me that you're being a little biased. But it's okay. Let's continue.
Somebody that transcended the game. Now, LeBron been playing for 20 years. He just gonna keep playing till he absorbs every record there is. He's like Thanos. He gonna get the Soul Gem, the Power Gem, the Time Stone. He's looking for all of them. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just hang in there. You gonna retire? No, not yet. I'm gonna wait till my son get in. Sit your motherfucking ass down, bro. You're reaching. Just play the game, bro. And he's tremendous. Top scorer of all time. Tremendous. Jordan on that list too. Less real estate. You brought up real estate.
That was slick as fuck. I respect that. That was slick. But again, it is. And hold on, let me look this up real quick. It is very. It's a slick one. It's a slick, slippery little guy. Ooh. Give me a second. Let me look this up. Because like I said, whenever I am trying to find something, I'm going to give y'all actual numbers that you can fact check for yourself as well. Okay, so according to Basketball Reference here, in March 2019, LeBron passed MJ. He had attempted, at that time, 23,119 field goals, while Jordan had attempted, at that point marker, 24,537. This means LeBron achieved a scoring milestone with 1,418 fewer shots. Okay? I'm sorry. What is going to sound more impressive to you? Okay? If I have two homies at the top of the key and I have them shooting threes and I tell you, homie on the left shot and made 10 threes, 10 3-pointers, took him 5 minutes. Homie on the right shot 10 3-pointers and made him, took him 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Your automatic assumption would be, oh, well, the homie on the right is better. But then I tell you, well, the homie on the left shot 11 threes, only missed one, made 10 in a row after that. The homie on the right took 30 threes and made 10 in 2 minutes, 30 seconds because someone kept chucking another ball at him every time, while the homie on the left went to go pick up the ball and go back to the line. Oh, well, even though it took him more time, it's definitely more impressive because he actually sat there and was more efficient. So the reason he say, oh, less real estate, he brought that up because he's talking about the argument that Jordan made that point total that LeBron passed in less games than LeBron had to play in order to pass Jordan. But it doesn't matter that Jordan played less games than LeBron, and LeBron needed more games, considering LeBron was more efficient. Okay, just because Jordan is chucking up a shit ton of shots, and you can look at field goal percentage, Jordan is not as good as LeBron when it comes to field goal percentage or true shooting percentage. You can look that up. Just because Jordan is shooting a shit ton of shots does not mean, therefore, oh, well, just LeBron played more games, so he's trash. Like I said, the nigga was more efficient. 1,418 fewer shots. It doesn't get much better than that. It doesn't get much better than that. That is impressive. And again, I'm not shitting on Jordan. I'm just saying that was a slight argument that was good. It was slick, is what I mean. Not slight. It was very slick, you know? So if homeboy smart, he'll bring up the fact that LeBron passed Jordan. Sure, it took him more games, but he did it in way less field goals attempted. So Jordan's a shot chucker. That's what he could do. That's what he could say. But he's bringing up good arguments so far. I respect it.
Hey, how Jordan flipped the money. That's impressive, man. And your analogy? Hey, man, that's genius. It's money. And that's what we know Jordan for, making those big moves to be like, man, he changed the game. He changed shoes. He changed sports. He changed all of that shit. They still making movies about Jordan. Air? LeBron tried that Space Jam shit. Faith. Jordan out here getting real movies with good directors. Ben Affleck is a good director. White, in fact. Good solid ass drama too, about shoes being made. About shoes being made. We was in the theater like, man, tell us the story about shoes being made. Adam Sandler had a movie about shoes being made. That shit made nothing at the box office. The Cobbler. It's because nobody cares about shoes being made unless they Jordans. And I know you had on Jordans earlier today. You switched the foot game. That's it, y'all.
Oh shit, the rematch is on when Cancel Court returns.
Hey, it's your girl Ebonique. Make sure you hit the like button.
Oh man, I could have ranted at this part, y'all. I apologize. I apologize. I know I'll be yapping and shit like that, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to like really hone in on the points. You know, when I'm trying to bring shit to y'all, I'm trying to really make y'all understand where I'm coming from, you know? I'm not trying to stretch it out too long or make it sound just ridiculous. I'm trying to really hone in what I'm trying to say and why I'm saying it, but I mean, y'all enjoy my content for some reason. You like to hear me yap, yap, yap. But we'll continue. We back to it.
Man, Michael Jordan. What can I say? I went to go see Air. It was great. It was great. It's about shoes. So was Mike. Seems like we care more about the shoes than you really do the nigga, right? For real. But it's funny how, like, winning is always what people say whenever they talk about him, man. All he does is win. I feel like all he does is score. He never led his team in any other stat, just scoring. Feel like he always got the.
See what I said? See what I said? I said if he was smart, he would bring up like the shot chuck and he'd bring that shit up. Okay, I need him to connect it back to the fact that, like I said, even though LeBron may have played more games to pass Mike on the all-time scoring list, LeBron shot way fewer shots to get to that point, but we'll see if he connects that shit.
Finals MVP. You know, people win the Finals MVP without leading their team in scoring, but that only happens when they beat LeBron. Kawhi Leonard did not lead his team in scoring, neither did Andre Iguodala. Why did they get MVP? Them niggas guarded LeBron. LeBron is so great, you get a reward for trying to stop the nigga. Now that's greatness. That is greatness.
That is a decent point. That is a decent point. And the reason I even bring that up is because if we honestly sit here and think, do we think Andre Iguodala wins that award if they play any other team? Like, other than, cause let's say they play Boston, and let's say Andre Iguodala was locking up young Jason Tatum. Or what? No, so this was 2016, right? So that wouldn't be Toronto. Boston's 2018. 2016 would have been Toronto. So let's say Toronto. He would have been locking up what? DeMar DeRozan? Andre Iguodala? Do you think that he gets that award? I don't know. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying this is a good point. This is good. I like this argument.
Defense is so overlooked in the game of basketball. Scottie Pippen, more defensive first teams or defensive awards than Jordan. Never got Defensive Player of the Year. Why? Because it's a popularity contest. These niggas really love Jordan. They love him so much that they will vote for him for anything. This nigga got Defensive Player of the Year and wasn't even the best defender on his team. And then you'll ask a Jordan fan, well, they'll be like, well, LeBron never won Defensive Player of the Year. That is true. But if you look at 2013, LeBron was first team defense. Actually,
he's going to bring up the Marc Gasol argument because I believe that he said they were first team all defense. LeBron got like 20-some votes, but then somehow Marc Gasol got Defensive Player of the Year. It was an interesting situation to say the least. To this day, I find it weird. I do think LeBron should have just gotten the award if he's going to get that many votes. But it is what it is. He didn't get the award. Marc Gasol did get the award, so that's what happened.
He got the most votes for best defender in the league. Did he win Defensive Player of the Year? No. They gave it to Marc Gasol. I'm going to say that again. LeBron James had 27 votes for being one of the best defenders Marc Gasol got 7. So niggas voted for LeBron in all defense, and when it came time to give him the award he deserved, they were like, nah, the nigga we didn't even vote for the first time around. They hate this nigga. They didn't want to give him the satisfaction of doing something like winning MVP, winning Defensive Player of the Year, and winning the title in the same year because they knew that that would make him look like, oh, this nigga is great. As
I want to bring up, as a Chicago Bulls fan, I respect LeBron. I respect his game. I am happy about this 27-game win streak being broken. I do remember when it was broken. I was a kid. I was young, but it was fun. I remember everybody freaking out, okay? It was a big deal for, you know, Chicagoans. But, yeah, let's continue.
great or greater than Jordan. And this all he does is win narrative is crazy. As this progresses, I'm gonna tell you about how this nigga loses. And you will see he loses a lot. And he only really wins when everything is in his favor. That don't sound like a winner to me. That sounds like a nigga that loses unless he's handed a win. And that ain't greatness to me. No further, Your Honor.
I am curious on what he's trying to bring up. I'm very curious. I do like I said, I like that he stepped away from the ownership and he really stuck on the whole. He really stuck to substantiating his claims on why he feels LeBron is better, and at the same time, digging down on Jordan. Now, again, this is a LeBron versus Jordan debate. When I have my debate's not going to be LeBron versus Jordan. Because keep in mind, I'm never trying to debate a nigga on whether or not LeBron is better than Jordan. Every single time, look at my comment section. Against the fucking Judah guy that wants to debate me. Every time I debate this shit, I am simply just trying to point out the fact that, to me, LeBron is 1, sure, but for you to not even have him on your list of top 10 is absolutely abysmal. It's crazy. You do not have to have LeBron 1. But to have him not even close to 20, you just don't know ball. I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah, I get why he's attacking Jordan. I respect Jordan, of course. Like, fuck, I'm a Bulls fan. But at the end of the day, I get why he's attacking Jordan like this because, I mean, he has to. He has to. He has to really sit down and dig on the motherfucker if you're going to sit there and prop up James. So, that was decent. I want to see what he means by handed a win. Obviously, he's going to come back up and talk about it, but all right, let's go to the next. Let's go to the shit.
Mr. Baker,
let's continue.
Do you have a rebuttal?
Ryan mentioned defense. Defense is important. It's not LeBron's strong suit, but it is important. But to discredit Jordan because, you know, of his defensive skill, it's just doing everybody a disservice. Defense is part of the game. And you like, all Jordan did was score. That's what the fuck you supposed to do. That's what basketball is, baby. You got to put the ball in the bucket. So to knock Jordan because he's scoring, I mean, what are we talking about here? All he can do is score, Your Honor. Well, goddamn, it worked 6 times. The man can score. Is he ball hogging? Absolutely. Is he worth it? Absolutely. There's a lot of victories, man. He left, came back, won some more. LeBron, we don't know when he win it. He gonna get to the big game, maybe. How many times LeBron missed the playoffs? About 4 times, man. You know what I'm saying? About 4 times? About 4 times? I'm sure you, man. About 4 times. He didn't even make the playoffs. About 4 times. About 4 times. LeBron, like, hey, man, hey, postseason, can I get in? Nah, man. You wasn't good enough this season. All right. All right. You know when that happened to Jordan? When he went to the Wizards. I don't even count that shit.
Okay, yeah. That is so infuriating. You have to. You can't do that. You can't say I don't count that shit. Like, Michael Jordan did not play for the fucking Wizards, dog. Like, you have to count that. Like, Michael Jordan did not make the playoffs in his last 2 years with the Wizards. So that's 2. Okay? That's 2 times he missed the playoffs. You may not like that. That is a fact. Let's also not play. Oh, man, I hate these games, okay? Is it true that LeBron makes the playoffs 4 times? That is true. I'm curious, guys. When Jordan made the playoffs, how many games do you think that Chicago Bulls team won? Can anybody take a guess? Anybody? I'm interested if any of y'all can take a guess on how many games Jordan won in order to get into the playoffs. $38. 38 games. Well, you're probably thinking, okay, that's bad, but that's one season. What about the next one? Oh, the next season? That he also lost in the playoffs to the Celtics, got swept? 30. 30 games. 30 games. Like, can we stop it? Can we stop it? He made the playoffs with 38 games and 30 games. When LeBron James missed the playoffs, let's go ahead and look this up. Every year, LeBron James missed playoffs. Let's go ahead and look this up. I want to look this up. Okay. So obviously his first season. Okay. Let's go to LeBron James. I'm just going to use Basketball Reference because I like Basketball Reference. Okay. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 2004 Cleveland. This is for you. Oh my god, can you just give me the fucking teams? Atlantic, Chicago, Cleveland. Here. There we go. Okay. Give me a second. We gotta click back. Back. Give me a second. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Give me a second. Almost there. Hey! Fuck you. Come on, Basketball Reference. What? Oh my god. 2000. I'm sorry for the delay, guys. Fucking Basketball Reference wants to be stupid as fuck. The point is, I can't believe I just sat here and wasted my time with that. The point is, LeBron won more games than Jordan. And, okay, now I can't even use Basketball Reference. Oh my god. The point is, LeBron won more games than Jordan and did not make the playoffs. Jordan lost more games and made the playoffs. So can we stop? And those last 2 years count. I'm sorry, they do. He played. Did he play? Did he play all games? One of the seasons, I think he played 82 games. So you can't sit there and be like, he was super fucking old. He was younger than LeBron is now. So get out of here with that.
Never happened. Jordan was never with the Wizards, but he really was. But Jordan was always in the playoffs. That's crazy. Even in the 80s when he had absolute bombs with him. Absolute bombs. Still made it to the playoffs. And you highlighted...
Always got to bring up this game
guarded
thing, bro.
LeBron successfully. They was getting credit for it. Like you said, they was getting credit for guarding LeBron. Who successfully guarded Jordan to where he couldn't get the big ring?
He's doing
How
good.
old are you, Ryan Davis?
I am 36.
Wow, 36. What, born in 87, 88?
87.
87. You wasn't even alive when Jordan got drafted. You didn't even exist. You wasn't even producing the sack of your dad yet. Not yet. He was coming, but not yet. When the Bulls won their first championship, you was what, 4? You don't even remember. You don't know what was going on. And I know some young people gonna be, I remember, I was in the high chair. I saw it. You don't remember it like that. And that's the problem with the LeBron and Jordan argument on the internet. If you young, shut your young ass up.
This is a dumb argument, again. I think he's gonna shoot himself in the foot with this argument. It does not matter, dog. Like, what are we talking about? That's like saying I'm not allowed to talk about, politics. Or talk about reforming politics, or talking about different policies I feel should or shouldn't be passed because when they were passed to begin with, I wasn't even born. That's like saying, oh, you want to try to reform the Second Amendment? Sorry, dog, you weren't born in the forming of the fucking Declaration of Independence or the first 10 amendments, so you're not allowed to talk about it. It's like, okay, like that doesn't matter. I can use context. I can use resources. I can look into this. Why do I have to be born in your era? Again, all you're telling me is you gotta be biased. If you were there, you would believe like I believe. If you were there, you'd see what I see, but you weren't there, so you didn't. So therefore, you're wrong. It's not a good argument, dog. But other shit he's bringing up, I respect it. It is slick because again, Jordan lost more games, but still got into the playoffs, while LeBron won more and didn't. But again, the whole "you guys are too young to understand" argument, it doesn't fly, dog.
Wasn't around. I've been watching YouTube clips and ESPN videos. It's different when you go back. I lived through both eras, fully functional. Fully functional. Not in no high chair. I was a teenager when they won their first championship. Fully taking it in. A grown man when LeBron came into the league and started killing. And I've seen both players.
He looks good for his
be
age.
great their whole career. And I'm still saying Jordan is the GOAT. All right, young, let's sit my ass down.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Don't get your ass up. Cancel Court will be right back.
Homie looks good for his age. Uncle is good for his age. I'll say that much. But, yeah, so far, like I said, the arguments are pretty decent on his side. I like what he did there. I'm curious on what Team LeBron is going to bring. He's got to refute the playoff shit, because that's so fucking annoying. Not only that, he has to also, the old shit. He's got to refute that, too, as well, because that shit's annoying as well.
A comedian, he's an actor. He has hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, one of the funniest dudes out. He's going to bring us his hot takes on the LeBron versus MJ debate. I'd like to welcome Mr. Bubba Dell. Come on up here, sir.
I object, Your Honor.
Oh, what grounds,
I
Mr. Baker?
object.
What grounds?
Bias.
You haven't even heard the witness's testimony.
True that.
Mr. Bubba Dell, thank you for being here today. Your expertise is extremely important to this case. Could you just give us a perspective on the LeBron versus MJ debate? It's been going on so long.
It's been going on so long, and it's got to the point where I can't even sleep at night.
Really? Sleeping time?
All these years I've been growing up around nothing but Jordan fans. They wear their shoes, they raffle tickets and all this and that, and if they don't get the shoes, they want to fight, they violent. I wish they take those shoes off the market. They're dangerous.
Dangerous how so?
It make people believe they can really fly, and they can't. Cause I bought a pair, hoping I could fly, and I haven't went no damn where.
You know what? It's just kind of funny. But you know the dumbest argument I've heard for a Jordan-LeBron debate? This is the dumbest argument I've heard for a Jordan-LeBron debate. Okay, guys. Hands up. Who's wearing Jordans? Okay. By the way, I've never heard of somebody getting robbed for the LeBrons. Case closed. It's like, what the fuck was that? Like, really? Like, hey, I think LeBron is an efficient scorer. I think it shows, like I said, about 1,400 shots fewer to pass Jordan. I think LeBron is efficient on defense, efficient on assist. He's good at rebounding. He's a good overall player. His basketball IQ is high. He's playing at the age of 40 right now. That's unfathomable. The numbers he's putting up still makes him like a top 10 player at the age of 40. Like, that's why I feel like LeBron's better. Why do you feel like Jordan's better? Have you ever tried to get robbed? Have you ever been robbed for your LeBron? Do you even own LeBrons? Case closed. Move on. It's like, oh, okay. Like, that's the dumbest argument I've heard as far as like a Jordan-LeBron debate. I've heard a lot of them. That was the dumbest one I've heard. I just wanted to let y'all know because that shit just popped into my head. All right, let's keep going.
So today I just want to be honest and just tell everybody the Michael Jordan debate and the LeBron debate, it should be over. Because there's only one GOAT. LeBron James.
Now, hold off.
Bias.
Just a second, Mr. Baker. You will have an opportunity to talk to the witness. Now, you said LeBron James.
Yes.
What draws you to that conclusion? Is it a stat line? Is it a performance?
It's his hairline. It's the field. LeBron James, his path was harder than Michael Jordan's. Think about an 18-year-old kid coming to the league with no father. I didn't have a father. I used to beg for him. But he stayed right down the street and never came to see me. So I understand what LeBron feels.
LeBron daddy did?
No, he lost them, nigga. Like he can't find them.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, same, man. Same.
I got a quick question for you, Mr. Bubba. Could it be that Jordan is the GOAT of his era and LeBron is the GOAT of his era?
Hell no. Michael Jeffrey Jordan? Trash.
What?
We ain't but one GOAT. LeBron James.
Bias.
But what brings you to that conclusion?
He built a school. Even though I can't read, I want to go to that school. Them Jordan ain't did nothing but build casinos, man. He gambling right now on the golf course. In them team Jordans. Not the retros, in the team Jordans.
Bias, Your Honor.
At this time, we will let Mr. Baker cross-examine the witness.
Oh, man, you goddamn right. I'm cross-examining. Biased witnesses just come out the woodwork.
You
Huh?
have 2 minutes, Mr. Baker.
He came in with a vendetta, chip on his shoulder.
This is funny, but I wish they just didn't do this little bit here. I feel like it's kind of detracting from Homeboy being able to come up and refute his arguments. This is fun. I don't know if I'm going to pause too much with this rebuttal, this back and forth. This just seems more comedic. But, yeah, I do wish they would have had Homeboy come back up, because this is...
grew up
It's
around
alright.
Jordan fans. He's bitter. He was sold a dream that we could all fly. And that was the magic of Jordan. We thought we could be like Mike and fly. All we needed was the right shoes. That was magical. We was like, we could do this. We believed in something. Yeah, you might get shot for your Jordans, but hey, you might get shot for a lot of stuff out here. That ain't got nothing to do with Jordan. And you bring up LeBron's hairline. It's a tragic situation. LeBron was in denial about his hair game after game, shoe polish McGee. Sometimes it didn't even hold up throughout the game. He would sweat it off. Now, he wasn't Carlos Boozer terrible with the shit. But LeBron was going in, look, just let it go. I'm proud to be bald. Why? Because of my family upbringing? No, because Jordan. Jordan was bald-headed on that cologne I purchased. Yes, I had the Jordan cologne.
That's wild.
He may have been bald-headed, something that we could aspire to. He's like, man, I'm bald and proud. LeBron ain't proud of that hairline, hanging on by a thread. And you bring up LeBron not having his dad.
I'ma
That's
speed
fuel
this up a
to
little.
be great. You ain't
I'm gonna speed this up a little because this, like I said, this is just more comedic. I'll put it back down to 1.25 when the debate, I guess, resumes. This just feels like more like a comedic bit right now.
You got no dad? You got a chip on your shoulder. You on the court extra hard, man. I ain't got no dad. You making the shots. Mama, I'm gonna get you out of here. I'm gonna get you out of this hood, mama. That actually helps players now. Look at how many fantastic athletes got either no relationship with their father or a fractured relationship with their father. It's countless. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant, Mom, you the real MVP. Remember that? Remember that, Mom? We was folded up. What about dad, man? Fuck dad, Mom. It's okay, man. It's okay to have a dad. And Jordan was great with the dad. And he lost his dad, tragically. And he still remained great after that. So don't hate this man because he had his dad in his life. Come on, man. You're better than this, man. Embrace the Jordan.
Mr. Davis, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I actually wasn't even thinking about the fact that LeBron James and Michael Jordan lost their fathers. That's unfortunate. LeBron James lost his father and made it to the NBA. He got the biggest Nike contract in the history at the time and ended up living up to all the hype. And when Jordan lost his father, he quit basketball.
God damn.
Them niggas different. But that's neither here nor there. I got a question for you, Bubba Dub. How important do you believe that offensive rebounding is in basketball?
Very important.
Very important. How important would you say defense is?
Very important.
Very important. So if I told you that Jordan has played with two players who are in the top 20 in offensive rebounds and top 20 defensive efficiency all time in both of his three-peats, one with one player, one the other player, you would say this nigga's had quite a good team around him, would you not?
I would say great team.
A great team around him. You know how many players LeBron has played with who's in that? None. It seems like one person continues, they're really good at winning when they have a certain thing. But LeBron has proved that he could win no matter what random team you get, whatever random coach. It's almost like a guy winning a cooking competition, cooking Italian, Chinese, American, and one nigga who has a really good spaghetti recipe. No knock on the nigga spaghetti. It's the best spaghetti we've ever seen. But would you call it the greatest chef?
No.
I wouldn't either. I'd just say go to Olive Garden, nigga.
Okay, so I like that he actually, because I thought this was just going to be a long comedic bit. I do like that he was able to take the comedic bit, because it was funny, and he was able to spin it. I did put it back to 1.25 speed, y'all, don't worry. But yeah, I do like the attack he's going here. He's going after the help that Jordan had. I will say, Jordan fans, if you are watching this, you're probably not. After 7 minutes, you probably raged, turned it off, and commented, "I'm stupid and don't know ball." My question is, how can you say, like, Jordan's team was so great that the 72-10 team versus the 73-9 Warriors team, that was a conversation of debate. I remember that. I was 17 years old. I remember that. That was a conversation of debate on SportsCenter, on ESPN, on everything. How can you sit there with a straight face and tell me, you know, Jordan, that team is better? Like, they bring in the percentages. It said like 60% believe Jordan's team would have beat that Golden State Warriors team. But then at the same time, tell me Jordan had no help. Okay, so what was Jordan? Jordan was going to guard Clay, Steph, Draymond all by himself? By himself? 3-on-1? Get out of here, dog. I'm just saying, like, Jordan fans like to have their cake and eat it too. They want to act like Jordan had no help, but then they want to turn around and be like, Jordan had the greatest team of all time. Which I don't deny. Tony Kukoc, one of the best European players of all time. Scottie Pippen, one of the best players of all time. Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant. But nah, Jordan had no help. Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Unless your name is Joseph Judah, I guess. But nah, Jordan had no help. He did it all alone. Get out of here, bro.
Nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Bubba. Thank you for your expertise.
Damn, this nigga just made me hungry. Cancel court. We'll be right back.
Slow down.
Are they going to let him go again? There's no way that counted as his rebuttal. But I think he did decent. I just wish he would have rebutted the fact, like I said, the argument of Jordan making the playoffs when Jordan lost more games than LeBron won when LeBron missed the playoffs. Like, that is something I wish he would have rebutted a little bit, as well as the shot chucking. But it's fine.
Bryant. Some suggest that Kobe's better than LeBron. What do you say to that?
Kobe fans are delusional. Kobe Bryant ain't even better than Magic.
Oh, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Do you have something to say, Mr. Baker? Seem a little shook.
I'm not going to disrespect Kobe like he did. But also this.
Being worse than Magic Johnson is disrespect?
And I want to say that. I want to add on to that. Magic Johnson is one of the best to ever do it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know who beat Magic Johnson in the finals? Michael Jordan.
Order in the court, jury. Now, Mr. Baker, what are your thoughts on Scottie Pippen, who is Michael Jordan's former teammate, believing that before he got there, Michael Jordan was a horrible player?
Scottie Pippen is instrumental in the Bulls' success. I won't deny that. But to say a horrible player before he got there, you lose credibility. After he said that, the internet ripped his long-nosed ass to shreds. Ripped his ass cheeks open and went in. Now we like, Scottie. Now we looking at you sideways, bro. Because it's like, where's this coming from? And Michael Jordan ain't even my favorite Bull.
Who is?
It was Derrick Rose. Hometown kid, hometown hero, MVP, you know what I'm saying? That's personal for me. But I just personally think Michael Jordan is the greatest of all time.
But could it be Scottie Pippen, his teammate that you insinuated, is upset that Michael Jordan's son is beating his former wife's cheeks? Could that be a major factor?
This is funny. I do like, but I like the first one better. I feel like they were going back and forth. I feel like the crowd is definitely going to vote Jordan. I'm calling it now. Only because he's getting a lot of talking time. And I get it's because of the bits and shit like that. But it's like, he hasn't, the other guy, Team LeBron, he hasn't had much time to actually rebuttal. This seems like more comedic, and I like it. I dig it. But I think the first one was better. Let's continue.
Oh, the vendetta was already there. Now you add that into the mix? You messing with the legacy of the Bulls now. You're tainting the whole legacy of one of the greatest teams ever assembled.
Mr. Davis, do you have a rebuttal to what you just heard?
I do have a rebuttal. My rebuttal is simple. Imagine spending a couple of hours arguing that a nigga is the greatest player of all time, to be born and raised in the city he played in, and that nigga not even be your favorite Bulls player. And then trying to convince us that he's the greatest of all time. You saw all that magic happen. It was like, not my favorite. You know what I mean? But you want...
That's a good rebuttal. That's good. I love Derrick Rose. I got a poster of him on my wall. I got Derrick over here, bro. Now, unfortunately, my wife did not make that one. That one I bought. But, yeah. Derrick Rose is hometown hero, of course. We love Derrick Rose. MVP for life. But, this is a good rebuttal. This is a good argument to kind of, like, shit on him a little bit. Because it's like you're trying to debate me on LeBron James being worse than Jordan. You're trying to tell me Jordan is the best. He is the GOAT. But then you're going to turn around and tell me Derrick Rose is your favorite? That's interesting.
Me to believe in the magic when you had a front row seat. My body wasn't even fully functional. And we are to believe your testimony because you saw it. But we're supposed to ignore the testimony of the nigga who was side by side with the nigga playing the whole time. How many rings Jordan got without Pippen?
None.
None. You always hear how great of a winner Jordan is. Why we don't hear how great of a winner Pippen is? Do you know that when Jordan doesn't have Pippen, he has a worse record than Pippen does without Jordan?
Is that true? That's actually kind of crazy because I know that Pippen went and played for Houston. Did he also have a stint in... Where does Pippen all play? I can't use basketball reference right now. They got me banned. Shadow banned. The hell happened with that? Let me try to use basketball reference. Let me try one more time. Okay, I can use basketball reference again. Jesus, that was weird. He played in Houston. He played in Portland. Chicago. His last go round. I mean, yeah. Games won. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, I didn't even know that. See? By the way, I can admit when I don't know something. That's one thing that a Jordan fan will never do. If you bring up like a statistic to them that they may not know, they're going to pivot away from it or they're going to act like they know it, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I didn't know that. That's actually crazy.
Nigga ain't even your favorite Bull. And he only played for the Bulls. Derrick Rose done played for like 4 teams. And that nigga's still your favorite Bulls player. It's insane to me, the narratives that's painted about this guy. Basketball is a team sport. You win as a team, you lose as a team. The most important thing when you're talking about who is the best player is what player gives your team the best chance of winning, no matter how you switch up the roster of coaches. Jordan is only one with the same coach, the same Scottie Pippen nigga. You know Scottie Pippen, when he led the Bulls, they only lost 2 more games than they did the year before with Jordan. Listen, your best player leaves. You supposed to suck. Not the Bulls. Nah.
That is true. LeBron left. When LeBron left Cleveland and went to the Lakers, I think they won 19 games that following season. Same roster composed and everything. When LeBron left Miami, how many games did Miami win when LeBron left Miami? 20... When LeBron left Miami, they won 37 games. Missed the playoffs. Like, I'm just sorry. 37 games, by the way, missed the playoffs. You know, something where Jordan won 30 games and made the playoffs. Besides the point. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but Jordan fans will hear this, and I've heard this argument before. Well, that's because LeBron destroyed the team. It's like, how? How? It's the same team. It's just minus LeBron. It's the same team minus LeBron. It's the same coach minus LeBron. So what do you mean he destroyed the team when he left? This is a good point to bring up. Because Scottie Pippen, 55 games won. Jordan left. They still won 55 games. And still made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and still went 7 games against the Knicks. So
them niggas is just as good. These niggas almost went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And when I close my case today, I'm going to send y'all home with something to think about. And once y'all think about it, y'all will go, this nigga really ain't as great as I thought he was. And you will admit it too.
Oh.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Oh, hold on, man.
Mr. Davis, there was some evidence that was entered into the docket by Mr. Tony Baker's side. According to sports commentator and sports journalist Chris Broussard, and I quote, Cavaliers had LeBron James for 11 healthy seasons. He delivered 1 championship. The Chicago Bulls had Michael Jordan for 11 healthy seasons, and he delivered 6 rings. We had 3 three-peats since Bill Russell walked away. Michael Jordan delivered 2 of them. He's mythical because what he did in reality was so great. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Davis?
Was Jordan the only nigga on these teams? Was Phil Jackson not the coach? Michael Jordan won 6 rings. No one pays attention to the formula that it took for him to win. He never even sniffed a championship without Phil Jackson. Never even made it to the finals without Phil Jackson or Scottie Pippen. Why is he so great? LeBron went to 9 finals in 10 years with several different lineups. No repeat player, no repeat coach during that span. Sounds like one person is really responsible for the success of whatever team they're on, and another person had a good run with the same niggas. What an awesome team that was. Mythical? Nah, it's just team chemistry. Because it's a team sport. That's all it seems like to me.
this is a good argument to bring up, especially when you're talking like Jordan fans, is to bring up the fact that that is true. LeBron had so many different lineups. So many different lineups. So what is your rebuttal to that? Like, the different lineups that LeBron had. Are you seriously going to tell me with a straight face that LeBron is not responsible for winning when they had so many different rosters? But again, it's the obfuscating. It's the pivoting. It is what it is. Like, the plus minus of LeBron was that we reacted to a Jimmy High Roller video the other day. I like how I'm saying we, when maybe like 30 people are going to view this video. But, you know, I'll say, if 30 of y'all actually watch this video, I appreciate that. But we reacted to a Jimmy High Roller video that showed like the plus minus of players on the court versus off the court, and Jokic has one of the highest. That motherfucker that's a crazy baller right there, but that's another conversation. LeBron plus minus off the court, fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. It seems like when LeBron takes a seat, the team just turns to shit. Like, numbers like this exist. We can show you when LeBron sits down, the team fractures, and when LeBron is up, he brings the team up. We can show you these numbers, but at the end of the day, they just don't matter. It doesn't matter because I love Jordan. Jordan better. LeBron poo-poo. I don't like LeBron. Like, that's it.
Mr. Baker, do you have a rebuttal to that?
Oh, I do, Your Honor. He keeps mentioning team sport. It is a team sport. Now, you want to fault Jordan for having a solid-ass team? A good coach in Phil Jackson? Let's stop acting like LeBron had some bummy-ass coaches. Wasn't Spoelstra a former LeBron coach? Didn't he go to the finals twice with no LeBron? Didn't he fresh out of the finals? This coach that didn't exist is probably no good. It was all LeBron, right? And Spoelstra is just out here bumming it up, going back to the finals without the guy. Almost comes up a lot with LeBron James.
Ty Lue, David Blatt, where they at? Ty Lue, David Blatt, where they at? That's all you need to say. You can throw in Frank Vogel as well, but you can throw in Darvin Ham as well. Ty Lue, David Blatt, where they at? If these coaches were so great, where are they at? He is smart though. Bring up Eric Spoelstra, who is a great coach, but ignore again. He is good at obfuscating, but he is funny enough. I know this is supposed to be a comedic bit, and they're supposed to rip into LeBron and they're supposed to rip into Jordan. Funny enough, this motherfucker has more good faith than half of the Jordan fans I'd be debating on shit like this. So that's kind of funny. Let's continue.
Almost. Yeah, he went to the finals a lot. Almost. Didn't quite get it done. Brandy Norwood said it best. Almost doesn't count. I can't keep on. Ooh, I hear her. No, no, no. Never really should. And all that I can give you is loss. Almost doesn't count. I don't care that he's been to the finals a lot. Nobody cares. Almost didn't count. Now, LeBron made it count when he got some key pieces. Anthony Davis, Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade, Kyrie Irving. Let's kill the narrative that LeBron was just out here picking people at a 7-Eleven. Hey, you want to play ball today? Hey, you look pretty tall, man. Let's do this, man. We're going all the way. And you're right. Pippen was getting the job done without Jordan. They was looking robust in the playoffs when he was gone. But they didn't curl over. Pippen almost won without Jordan. But when Jordan came back, guess what? Got it done again.
Okay, but again, what about the Heat? You bring up Ray Allen and Dwayne Wade, they were still there. What happened? You bring up Kyrie. What's going on with him? Has he been to a finals? What's going on with that? You know what I mean? Has he won a finals? That's all I'm saying. Like, man.
Brought some new pieces in. Rodman came in. Had for a time the best record in the NBA ever until the Warriors came in and broke that record. But then they couldn't even get it done because they almost had the best NBA season of all time, but they lost in the finals. LeBron and them.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you that. But that just makes the Jordan legacy stand even taller because we had the best record at the time and followed through.
We again.
And won the championship.
All right.
And Jordan's not my favorite Bull of all time because he's an asshole. I'll give you that every time. It's personal.
Also, before Jordan fans come to yell at me, actually, 2024 Dallas Mavericks. Okay, all right. That's all right. All right. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, Kyrie did go to the finals again with the Mavericks with a Luka-led team, as well as looking at his percentages here. According to Basketball Reference, Kyrie Irving, 41% from the field, 27% from three. Yeah. 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 I don't think there's much else I have to say there. He didn't play too well. But I will admit when I fucked up there. Sure. Yes. Kyrie Irving made it back with the Dallas Mavericks against Boston. Played terrible. Doesn't matter. He still made it back, though. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take the L on that one, guys. I will apologize. Kyrie Irving made it back. We'll say it took him fucking forever, but he got back there with Luka Doncic. So let's not act like he did it by himself, because he didn't. And he also played absolutely atrocious. So, but again, he still made it back. My point still stands as far as the other players. But hey, he made it back.
That's it, John.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Let's settle this debate once and for all when Cancel Court returns.
This is a good video. Like I said, sure, Kyrie made it back to the finals in 2024. Did not play that well. I knew that Dallas and Nets trade happened. I could have sworn that it was recently. The NBA, bro. Days are turning into weeks. I'm getting old.
My opponent is absolutely hilarious. Nigga, I've been laughing the whole time. Great arguments. You've been stellar. This is definitely a way better outing than the last time.
That is
I'll give
true.
you that. And this ain't even about your case. I just want, in my closing, to put Michael Jordan in perspective. Michael Jordan is all-time great. But Michael Jordan may not be the greatest player of all time. Michael Jordan may be the greatest system player of all time.
I've been saying this shit. I've been saying this shit. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Push this shit.
When you look at a team sport, greatness can carry you to win. But I remember Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal losing in a finals against the Detroit Pistons, who the only Hall of Famer on the whole team was their center, who didn't even score. Because scoring is so fucking important. Defense wins championships. Rebounding wins championships. Jordan, when he doesn't have an elite defender / rebounder at the power forward, not only does he not go to the finals, he don't even compete. People love to throw Horace Grant under the bus. Oh, he was just a role player. Horace Grant is 18th all time in offensive rebounds. That means in the history of basketball, 20 niggas can't rebound better than Horace Grant. Michael Jordan had that nigga on his team with Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson's triangle offense. He win anything without the triangle offense? No. He win anything without Scottie Pippen? No. You'll go, well, he won without...
Well, hold on. Hold on, sir. Hold on, fucking sir. Okay? Because Mr. Joseph Judah here told me that Phil Jackson is a fucking scrub. Okay? So, wrong. Checkmate. Phil Jackson coached in Puerto Rico at one point. Did you know that? Did you know that? Yeah. Checkmate, buddy. Phil Jackson's poop.
Without Horace Grant. When they lost Horace Grant went to the Orlando Magic. You know who Jordan lost to that year? The Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic went to the finals. But they were like, nah, he won without Horace Grant. The next season, Michael Jordan went and they got Dennis Rodman, who has 8 all-defensive teams, twice as many as Horace Grant, and 2 Defensive Player of the Years, and is the 5th all-time offensive rebounder of all time. They just took one piece and plugged it with an even better piece. And when Jordan lost that year and Horace Grant went to the finals to get swept, the team that the Rockets beat to go to the finals were who? The San Antonio Spurs. Who was on that team? Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman and Horace Grant made it further than Michael Jordan the year Michael Jordan didn't have an elite big who could rebound and play defense. That's how good Dennis Rodman and how valuable defense and rebounding is. You know,
I like how he's really like just honing in on the analytics, and not only that, just really honing in on the arguments as far as like defensive and elite rebounders are, and just how important these players are. Because at the end of the day, to sit there and act like Jordan just did it all by himself is just absolutely fucking delusional. Absolutely fucking delusional. Like, Jordan was a great player, but if it wasn't for the other players that were plugged around him, he wouldn't have won shit. That is point blank, period. I don't know why this narrative's here that actually Jordan, he didn't need the help. He didn't need shit. Jordan was just Jordan. And it was like, bro, Jordan was great. Love Jordan. Respect him. One of the best players of all time. But you're really going to sit here with a straight face and tell me that Phil Jackson didn't help, Dennis Rodman didn't help, Scottie Pippen didn't help, Horace Grant didn't help? Nah, they didn't. Okay. Then you're delusional. This is what I'm saying. If you're talking to like a Jordan fan, it's quite literally just delusion. That's all it has been. That's all it ever will be. Delusion. It's just delusional. Okay? If you ever talking to a Jordan fan, just sit down and just ask him like base level questions. Do you think water hydrates you? Do you think that birds are real or are they drones? Like, just see what level of delusion they are. Okay? Because trust me, it's not, they're not on the same planet.
Who the real best player of that time truly is? A player who you can get and build a team around and it really pans out to be a winning player? Hakeem Olajuwon. Hakeem Olajuwon came in the same year, and while Jordan was getting swept in 1986, Hakeem Olajuwon, who went to a worse team in the Rockets, was in the finals. In the finals against Larry Bird and the Celtics, you know, the one Jordan has never beaten, never gotten a game off of. He took him 6 games as the best player on the team, leading his team in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks. And when Jordan decided to quit, Hakeem Olajuwon picked up 2 more rings, leading his team in points, rebounds, steals, and blocks. Who is the guy who's really driving his team to success? He didn't even have the same guys or the same type of guys in all of his time winning. That's how you determine what player is responsible for his team's success. So Jordan, in all of his wins, has had one of the best defensive and rebounding power forwards of all time, one of the best defensive wings and point forwards of all time, the greatest coach of all time, and he dished off the Paxson to drain the shot to win the title. Paxson shot over 50% from the field while with the Bulls. It helps when you're getting doubled. You can kick to a guy who shoots over 50%, but he didn't have Paxson the whole time. That is true. He had Steve Kerr the second time, who shoots over 50% from the field, who hit the game-winning shot. Baby, it's spaghetti.
This is good to bring up. Whenever you're trying to debate someone who loves Jordan, by the way, because at the end of the day, I have LeBron on my wall. This is true. My wife made it for me. I hung it up. This is true. I like LeBron. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite players. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I can admit fault in the guy. Jordan fans are cultist. They're cultist. Okay? I can look at the 2011 finals and be like, damn, LeBron should have stepped up. I can look at the fact when the Denver Nuggets swept the LA Lakers and say, even though Darvin Ham was trash and D'Lo was garbage as well, at the end of the day, the Lakers were still leading more than they were not, and they probably should have closed out that series. Damn, that sucks. I feel like LeBron should have stepped up a little bit more, sure. But guess what? As a Jordan fan, there is no such thing as fault to them. How do you feel about Jordan losing more games than LeBron did and still making it to the playoffs? Oh, it doesn't fucking matter. He made it to the playoffs. Why does it matter? How do you feel about the fact that Jordan hadn't won anything until Phil Jackson got there? That doesn't fucking matter. That doesn't matter. He's still great. He's the reason they won. It wasn't Phil Jackson. There's not a single thing they can point out that's wrong about Jordan. Just sit down and ask them, is there one thing Jordan did wrong? Because I can tell you one thing LeBron did wrong. That 2011 finals, I wish he would have played better. He did not play the greatest. Can you tell me one thing Jordan did wrong? Bro, is that even possible? He's God. What about his three-point percentage? That doesn't matter. Who cares about three-point percentage? The three-point line wasn't that important. Even though, you had motherfuckers like Larry Bird. But no, that doesn't matter. Who cares? That's a Jordan fan. Delusion. Again, delusion. Today's keyword, delusion. So.
It's the same recipe every time. If he doesn't have one of those, name a time he won. Name a time he got close. Name a time he was competitive. You can't name it. Because this nigga not a winner for real. He was a part of a winning formula. Good for him. Nice shoes. LeBron James has shown you going to the Western Conference Finals with a nigga who's never coached. Darvin Ham's first year went to the Western Conference Finals. All LeBron does is drag niggas to where they need to go. Win more than a team should probably ever win. That's what he does. That's what the best player does. It's what you can do with whatever parts that makes you great. Only winning one way your whole career is greatness? No thank you, my nigga. If I can only win if I have all the right pieces, you're not a fucking winner. You're the best piece to a winning formula. Congratulations. This isn't even a conversation. There's no way you can hear what I just told you and still come to the conclusion that this nigga is really the reason why they 6-0 in titles. But I'll let you try. No further, Your Honor.
That was a good rebuttal. I liked how he came out strong. Like I said, he really focused and honed in on the fact that, look, at the end of the day, Scottie Pippen, they won 7 games with the New York Knicks. Those New York Knicks went on to the finals. Okay? And that was after Jordan left and retired. All right? And they came back and they won. Sure. But they weren't slums. They weren't bums like the Cleveland Cavaliers were as soon as LeBron left and they lost nothing. They weren't bums like the Miami Heat when LeBron left and they lost nothing. LeBron left and these guys went from final teams. They were in the finals, guys, to not making the playoffs. LeBron left. So it's just at the end of the day, what is the common occurrence here. And also ask them a question, because I will sit here and be like, damn, I wish the Lakers could have been better in that series against Denver and shit like that. Can we be honest here? Do we honestly think that the Anthony Davis, D'Lo, Austin Reeves Lakers were going to make it to the Western Conference Finals against the Denver Nuggets without LeBron James? Ask a Jordan fan that. Ask them to tell you the answer to that question with a straight face. Do you think that the LeBron James, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, I said Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Austin Reeves, that Lakers squad with D'Lo, Rui, they would have made it to the finals? You take LeBron off. The conference finals, the Western Conference Finals. You take LeBron off, they would have made it? If they say yes, they're fucking delusional, and you shouldn't even continue with the conversation. If you want to troll, because that's probably what I'm going to do if me and him debate. If you want to troll, go ahead, have your fun. But in all seriousness, if they say yes, just don't talk to them, because you're going to be wasting your fucking time. Because there is no way in hell they can tell you with a straight face they feel that Lakers roster, with that Lakers coach, was going to make it to the Western Conference Finals without LeBron James. But, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Mr. Tony Baker, you have 2 minutes for your closing argument.
2 minutes. All right. Jordan had a great system. He had a great coach. He had great players. He had Hall of Famers. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Don't hate this man because the shit worked. While LeBron was out here soul searching, going on dating apps, trying to stack his team to his liking, to get all the best players and everything, desperately grasping for something.
This is such an outplayed argument. It's just so fucking annoying. At the end of the day, the Miami Heat were going anywhere. That's just period. Dwayne Wade was a great player, and he was all-star caliber, but he was not 2006 Dwayne Wade. Chris Bosh was definitely an all-star. That's 100% sure. This Miami Heat team was very good, but this Miami Heat team keeps getting pointed to as if this was the reason that LeBron won. Because, again, this is another fun question to ask Jordan fans. If we take LeBron out of this picture, do they make the finals? Do they win the finals? That's all. That's all. Like, these are the tough questions you have to ask. This is not a terrible team. This was an amazing team. I wouldn't even be hesitant to say a super team. For sure. I think they make the finals, the Western Conference Finals. I mean, Eastern Conference. Jesus. The Eastern Conference, I'm sorry. They make the Eastern Conference Finals, okay? They make the Eastern Conference Finals for sure. I think the Miami Heat, because who would have been competition? I guess the Bulls. This is that first year after the D Rose injury. Who would have been competition after that in the Eastern Conference? I will say the Eastern Conference around that 2011 to 2013-ish stint wasn't the greatest, but the Leastern Conference, to sit there and say, okay, hold on. 2016, 2017, 2018, I ain't saying that. 2015 even. But if you want to say like 2011, 2012, 13, maybe 14, I can maybe give you that. Nonetheless, of course, this team is probably getting to the finals. Are they winning? I don't think so. Without LeBron? I don't think so. But it's okay. And the last question to ask Jordan fans. If LeBron is so terrible and he's so trash and he's not even top 100, why did he win every finals MVP every time they won a finals? You know what they'll probably tell you? They'll probably tell you some conspiracy because LeBron has the NBA in his pocket. Like, that's probably what they would tell. I'm being so dead serious. That's probably what they would tell you. LeBron has the NBA in his back pocket. That's why. It's rigged. Okay. I promise you, that's what they would say. Why did LeBron win 4 MVPs if he's so trash? Because it's rigged. Like, yeah. I promise you. Just ask him. Ask him. I'm curious. Go ask your uncle right now. Pause this video, go to your uncle, be like, hey, why do you feel like LeBron won 4 MVPs and 4 final MVPs? Do you think he deserved those or no? Absolutely not. And why did he win them? Because it was rigged. But anyway, let's listen to his closing arguments.
Okay. It looked more organic with the Bulls. It was just an organic flow. Jordan wasn't out here like, yo, I'm just trying to play with my friends. He didn't have friends. Jordan elevated his team on sheer will and passion and intensity and intimidation. His teammates will tell you that himself. Man, you play with Jordan, man, he made us all elevate. Because he wasn't for the bullshit. We ain't friends, dog. We not hanging out at the club. This ain't D. Wade and LeBron hanging out and we got handshakes. Fuck that. We winning, dog. Jordan got the bull in him. He got that intangible. And intangibility counts in sports. I know we want to do all numbers and all of that, but intangibility counts in sports. That's why
Numbers need to matter. True shooting percentage needs to matter. Defensive win shares need to matter. Offensive win shares need to matter. Field goal percentage needs to matter. 3-point percentage needs to matter. Plus minus needs to matter. Because when we're looking at these players and determining whether or not they're better, we need to determine how we determine that. I know that sounded like a junky sentence there, but grammatically it does make sense. But we need to find a proper way to determine that. And a proper way to determine that is to look at the numbers. Numbers matter. Because to go back to my original analogy that I used way back when, of telling you if I had a nigga at the top of the key, 2 niggas up there, and I said the one on the left shot 10 threes, made them in 5 minutes. The one on the right shot 10 threes, made them in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. If I gave you no context except that, you're just going to automatically assume the one on the right is the one you want on your team, and you're going to pick them up immediately. But then after you get blown out because this nigga is missing wide open jumpers, and you come to me and ask what the hell happened, I turn around and tell you the advanced analytics that will tell you, hey, the one on the left shot 10 out of 11, the one on the right shot 10 out of 30. So, or, yeah. You get what I'm saying. The one who shot and made them in more time, yeah. And the one who shot and made them in less time took more shots. So, yeah, analytics matter, dog. We have to look at numbers. I know that it's nerdy to look at numbers. I know it's nerdy to look at that shit. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's dumb. Ill. But we gotta look at that shit if we're determining whether or not a player is better than the other.
why Kobe is so beloved, because Kobe got that dog in him. When it's time to turn it on, Kobe wasn't fucking around. LeBron can fuck around in any game. He can turn it on and he can turn it off. Sometimes LeBron ain't gonna get it done. But there's certain players where you know, like, oh, it's crunch time. He gonna turn it up. Game-winning assassin shots. Jordan did that. He'll do that. You talk about Dennis Rodman. And
LeBron James has more game-winning shots than Michael Jordan. LeBron James has a better shooting percentage in clutch than Michael Jordan in clutch time, which is 5 minutes or less. I'm
Paxson and Kerr, they elevated with Jordan. Yeah, Horace Grant did his thing in Orlando without Jordan. But again, Brandy, are you here? Almost. Now let's not act like Jordan didn't blow through the Pistons, who had Dennis Rodman, one of the best defensive players of all time. Jordan got through that. And he was like, hey man, come squad up. And of course it's a winning formula, and it worked. Sometimes when you bring the right pieces together, they work. It's not our fault that sometimes when they be forcing the pieces together with LeBron, they don't be working all the time. Sometimes they do. A lot of times they didn't work. Stop the narrative of LeBron as just this awesome player that's gonna get you there every time. He's great, he's phenomenal. But you can't overlook that this nigga didn't make the playoffs 4 times.
Jordan didn't make the playoffs 2 times. Jordan made the playoffs another 2 times, winning 30 and 37 games. I'm sorry. That just infuriates me. It makes me angry. He played for the Wizards. You have to count that. I'm sorry. He played 82 games one season for the Wizards. You have to count that. That matters, dog. If you don't want to count it, he shouldn't have fucking played. He should have retired, but he didn't, and he played. Y'all are going to hold LeBron to these last 2 seasons that he's probably going to play. You're going to hold him to it, 100%. 40 years old, and you guys are holding these seasons to LeBron. 39 years old, you were holding it to LeBron. Okay? So can we stop? Why can't we say the Lakers series, they don't count? The Lakers losing the Nuggets, who gives a fuck? LeBron's old. I don't count it. Like, no, we can't fucking do that because he's still playing. And I'm not going to do that. That's fucking crazy, bro.
That's a lot. If you the greatest player to ever play the game, 4 times you can't get up in the postseason? 8 teams can get in and you ain't make it? You the greatest ever?
Plus, let's think about that. I'm sorry. I've been yapping like fucking crazy this video. Let's think about that, dog. Like, out of 21 seasons, the motherfucker missed the playoffs 4 times. Counting a rookie fucking season, like, no shit. But 4 times? Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm just
We
saying.
can't get in. We outside looking at the postseason, looking through the window. Man, they having a good time in there, man. They playing. We on the couch. The GOAT 4 times on the outside looking in like an orphan. We tried. Sir, can we get up in that postseason, sir? That's the greatest of all time? He recently failed to make the playoffs. Recently. And then they want to counter that, be like, but he old though. But then when he killing when he old, y'all back on the team. Nah, man, can't have it both ways.
You want it both ways. That's bullshit, dog. That's crazy.
Jordan is the greatest of all time because I'm a person that's seen both those players their whole career do amazing things. But Jordan is just special. Nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. At this time, a judgment shall be rendered. All those in favor of LeBron James being the greatest of all time.
All right, y'all. Where do we think they going with this? Where do they think they going with this, huh?
Please raise your right hand and say aye. Aye. All those in favor of Michael Jeffrey Jordan being considered the GOAT, please raise your right hand and say aye.
Aye. Oh, plot twist.
By the count of our jury, it has been decided that the GOAT is Michael Jeffrey Jordan. That is the order. The court is adjourned.
When the jury cheers, that's bias. Imagine being in court, you there, and they be like guilty, and somebody go, woo, that's what I'm talking about. Lock that nigga up.
See you in the battlefield.
Okay.
All is right in the universe again. There's balance in the force.
This nigga.
What can I say? Niggas love spaghetti.
I was able to penetrate the jury's soul. We got the victory.
No matter how much logic you fight the Jordan fans with, they're never going to see the logic because they're tied emotionally to this figure that they grew up seeing.
Some things are more
I'm
than
not
just
talking
numbers
about
and logic. This is sports. And sports has always transcended people's souls.
And you got to respect that. I'm not mad at the verdict at all. Just showed me what it was that I knew from the beginning.
Jordan is the greatest of all time. So put your Jordans back on with pride.
Stop arguing with them. They love that nigga's dirty draws.
I know you got them. Everybody has some Jordans. If you don't have Jordans, you damn sure don't have LeBrons.
But let them have them.
I want to talk about what he just said real quick before we head out here, because I know I've been yapping y'all ears off, but I appreciate y'all loving the comments, loving the content, not the comments. But you can bring up the fact that, like I said, Ty Lue has not won shit. David Blatt's not even a coach anymore. Frank Vogel hasn't won shit. And Darvin Ham's sitting on the bench as an assistant. So the amount of coaches that LeBron was able to play with and not just win with, but take far is absolutely ridiculous. And we also look at the help that LeBron had. He had great players, and this is also true. But considering all the players that he had, they have not won much of shit without him. Kyrie did get to the finals with the Mavericks. That is true. But Kyrie did not play good in those finals with the Mavericks. That is also true. Also, we need to consider this. If someone is trying to bring up an argument to you, and in order to win their argument, they want to bring up this. I saw it. You didn't. If you saw it, then you would take my side. The argument's going nowhere. You might as well not have it. I agree with them. Because at the end of the day, they're not arguing anymore off of logic. They're arguing off of emotion. I'm not going to look at numbers like true shooting percentage and sit here and tell you that LeBron James, emotionally speaking, I feel that he shot better. Emotionally speaking, I feel that he shot for 1,400 less field goals to pass Jordan. Emotionally, this ain't emotion, this is fact. I feel like if you know these numbers, I feel like there's no feelings behind. These are just facts. These are just numbers. This is just what it is. But if your argument consists of, if you watched what I watched, bro, you'd agree with me. It's like, okay, then you're biased. And that's fine. If you want to be biased, at the end of the day, that is okay. I'm biased when I step into a conversation as well. Just admit you're biased, though. Because at least I'm biased, but I'm trying to come at you with some statistics, and I'm also trying to tell you when I'm wrong. Like, I got it wrong earlier in the video because I said Kyrie Irving didn't make it to the finals. I said that. I did. I apologized because I was wrong. He made it to the finals with the Mavericks. He played so shitty that I forgot that. But It's okay. He still made it to the finals with the Mavericks. They ended up losing to Boston 4-1. Jason Tatum, great player. I like Jaylen Brown more, but that's a conversation for another day. If you're a Boston fan, I would love to debate that with you. I'm going to be honest with you. Funny enough, the reason I like Jaylen Brown more, parlays. He hits my parlays more. Jason Tatum has pissed me off too much when it comes to parlays, bro. But in all seriousness, though, this was a decent video. I do feel like Tony, that was team Jordan, he had a lot of time to talk. Just a lot of time to talk. I feel like that comedic bit kind of detracted a bit from the debate, and he wasn't able to like come in and really rebut what he was saying. But nonetheless, yeah, if a nigga has to argue emotion with you, then he doesn't have anything to stand on. If I have to tell you, bro, I mean, you feel the same way as me if you were just there, then it probably means that he doesn't have any evidence to show you, just his feelings. And that's about it. I like this cancel court shit. We might react to another one. I see John Morant versus the NBA. That is interesting. We might do that shit, but we will see. If you sat here, how long have we been going, dog? Damn. 1 hour, 35 minutes. Holy shit. If you sat here that long, I appreciate you. I love you so much. Please join the Discord. Please like the content. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let's boost the shit to the algorithm. Let's push the shit out there, you know. I'm trying to be as genuine as I can. As you can tell, I'm a genuine content creator. I will sit here and tell you when I am wrong. I've literally done it in this video. I've done it in videos before. I will tell you when I'm wrong, when I'm mistaken, when I misspeak. I will tell you when I feel like I'm right about something, and I will tell you when I feel like someone is full of shit. I'm just going to tell you how I feel, y'all. And I'm going to say how it is. I don't know if this debate's going to happen. If it does, I'll upload it on my channel. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm going to go to bed because it's late as fuck. And I got to wake up in like a few hours to go to work. So, peace out. Have a good one, y'all. Deuces.